Hey everybody, and welcome back to Issue Crew Movie Reviews. I am your host, Riely, and once again, you see those multicolored spandexes on the screen, and that means that none of my other co-hosts are here today, because Jason likes Power Rangers, but not Super Sentai, and also he hates movie review podcasts. Anyway, none of my Issue Crew co-hosts are here, but Crow Royalty has returned.
I'm always here for these. Also, the Gaylord is back, bitches.
No.
That's sticking around, man.
I feel like actually awful right now. I just ate way too much food.
Damn.
So I'm going to be having a hard time throughout this podcast.
Oh, I probably will too. I ate Burger King fries earlier.
I'll be fine. I just cannot access my laptop. So no Googling will be had over here. And I won't
do
know.
a little bit of Googling.
I don't know how much Googling we'll need to do.
I'm not sure either.
I think you know the Shinkenger's names by heart.
I know 4 of them.
Okay.
I know the 3 that I really like, and then the one that I really dislike.
But not the other ones.
And I forgot the girls' names because they're just kind of there.
You see, the thing is like if I've watched the whole show, all the names I have.
Yeah.
Because I get attached to those characters and I'm into them. So like,
let's go say Black's name.
I didn't watch all of Goseiger, and it's been many years since I watched what I watched.
If I'd have finished Shinkenger, I would probably know Yellow and Pink's name, but I don't know Yellow and Pink's name off the top of my head, so my brain is just going to call them Emily and Mia for a little bit.
Oh my god. Just say Pink and Yellow. There's no need to say Emily and Mia.
Here, I will Google them real quick, just so that way we could get that out the way. Okay?
Okay, so I guess... How do we want to tackle this? This is a review, so I guess thoughts are kind of what people are here for, so maybe we should just jump right into those. In which case, Crow has been like playing it close to the chest how he feels about this movie. And he said like, you're either going to really agree with me or really not agree with me. And I kind of have also what I think is a hot take about this movie. So I'm curious to see if we're on the same wavelength or on the opposite spectrum. So Crow, how you feeling?
This movie kind of sucked.
Yo, I agree! This movie did kind of suck.
Okay, you're gonna... See, this is what I was talking about. You're either gonna really, really agree with me or you're really gonna disagree with me. It's like, either you're there for the Shinkenger, or there for the lack of Shinkenger shit that happened in the movie, or you're there for all of the Ghost.
That's your issue. That's your fucking issue, you little weasel. You little fucking...
No, it felt like a Goseiger movie featuring the Shinkengers, and that was my problem.
Well, it's kind of how they're meant to feel, right?
Not...
There should be more character shit. That's my problem with it, is that there's no meaningful character interaction, whereas in Hurricaneger versus Abaranger, Yosuke and Ryuga literally fell in love before our eyes. Like, we had some great character stuff in that movie. Whereas in this movie, it's kind of just like... But you're right, it is kind of just a Goseiger episode, because I think like I liked some of the big action stuff, but like every little character thing I like is just like Goseiger shenanigans. Exactly. Like almost none of it has anything to do with Shinkenger because they were barely in the movie.
Yeah, the Shinkengers felt like an afterthought. And biggest pet peeve that I have with Super Sentai movies in particular, because this is a big problem. If we ever cover Lupat versus Ryu Soldier, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, because I will complain about it there more than I will here. But whenever there's a writing staff change between seasons, like there was for this one, it tends to favor whatever season the new writers are on. So like,
well, yeah, because the old writers don't know a lot about like the old show, so that they don't want to write as much for those characters. So that
exactly, and it leads to a lot of, I'm not going to say bad characterization, but it's kind of bad.
You have to make sure you get it right? Like, because you can make a film that is more Goseiger heavy than Shinkenger heavy, but still gives you a lot of good Shinkenger material. And they didn't. They didn't do it.
They didn't do that here. Specifically, my biggest gripe on this point, Ginta and Chiaki, aka Shinken Green and Shinken Gold specifically, didn't get shit. We got Ryunosuke being a fucking simp, but we couldn't get Chiaki doing anything meaningful. Same thing for Genta. And it's just
Real quick, I'm cooking. All right, let me be clear. We're not just talking about this movie because I don't have an hour on this movie. So we're gonna get into some Super Sentai and Power Rangers side tangents.
yeah, we
Um,
are.
And the first big one, all right, we're thinking about team ups, and we did a good team up. Now we're doing a bad team up. Here's a team up that never happened that I thought was gonna happen, and I want to think about it and think about just how bad it would be and just how maybe we could make it good if it's possible.
Oh, you talk about Samurai versus Megaforce?
No. It has literally nothing to do with this movie. This is completely out of left field.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I thought was coming, because when the news was slim about Once and Always, and we didn't know what it was going to be, I thought it was just going to be an episode of Cosmic Fury, like a Cosmic Fury two-parter where the Mighty Morphins team up with the Cosmic Furies.
Oh my god, no! Don't do that to me.
That's what I thought was going to happen. And like Crow,
no, that would suck.
We're the experts on the subject, right?
Yeah, but that
Can
would
we make
suck.
that good? What is the premise that we could use? What are the details of this crossover that we could iron out that makes it good? I'm letting the fan fiction brain work live on the podcast. This is a rare occurrence. You got to give me something here.
My internet crashed for a second. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my internet crashed.
What was the last thing you heard?
Can we make this good? And I went, no.
But like, listen, we're the experts on the subject. I'm letting you flex your fan fiction brain on the podcast. I don't do that a lot. This is a special opportunity.
I know.
Give me something here.
I can give you Mighty Morphin.
Well, we already got Mighty Morphin. We need the Dino Fury Mighty Morphin crossover. Like, how would the Dino Fury characters be utilized in a way that would allow the film to still be good?
Just get rid of the other 5 and leave Amelia being the only one there.
I mean, as on board as I am with that, I don't think that counts.
That doesn't count like at all. But
I feel like they should have done it like this movie. I would have actually liked it a lot if they did it like what they did in this movie with Gokaiger.
Oh, you do we want to talk about how do we want to go into Gokaiger?
We'll go into Gokaiger in a minute, but the Gokaiger show up in this movie and they just kind of, well, we're going into it now, but I don't want to, we'll talk more about it later, but I have to describe what it is. So the Gokaigers come in and they just like fight and they're morphed and they do their cricks and they all turn into Red Rangers. It's pretty sick. And
they pull from the first, or from the third episode of Shinkenger, Gokaiger for their transformations that they use.
Really?
That's the same transformations that they use. It's the same 5 that they use because aside from Shinken Red himself, it's all the same. They replaced Shinken Red, Marvelous's Gokai change with Go-On Red, and I was all for that.
Well, what they did was they had Gokai Red there, and they had Gosei Red there, and they had Shinken Red there. And then the Gokaigers just transform into the previous 5 Reds from Shinkenger. So that's what it was. Is back from Shinkenger, it was the previous 5 Reds.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. But then they messed it up in Gokaiger episode 3, apparently.
Yeah, they just did Samurai instead of Go-Onger, yeah.
Because, they just skipped over Go-Onger entirely. But yeah, this movie just kind of sucked. All things considered.
Okay, but I was making another point beyond this about Dino Fury. Don't let me forget, you motherfucker. I hate when I always forget things when I'm with you because you're so quick to move on to another topic
My brain
before a conversation is actually
concluded.
But what?
My brain forgets too.
Yeah.
But you were trying to make a point. What is your point?
So I would have liked if in Once and Always. I know you would probably be like, no, this is stupid. This would make the movie worse. I think if they got an extra 10 minutes of runtime and they dedicated that 10 minutes to the Cosmic Fury Rangers in a way similar to what they did with the Gokaigers in this movie, that would
Not
be
an
a
extra
good thing.
10 minutes. Maybe an extra, like, 3.
I feel like you'd have to do a little bit more, right? Because I feel like what they should have done is like, because in this movie the Gokaigers just fight, and that's most of what I would want. I'd also want like a little like 5 minute, like, hey, we're the old Power Rangers and you guys are the current Power Rangers. We're having like a powwow about this because obviously, in world it would make sense for the Dino Fury Rangers to also be participating, and they just like team up in a fight against putties. And it's kind of like a passing to the next generation thing, but then they just kind of like go away for the rest of the movie because they're doing other shit. Because Robo Rita is launching a global assault and there are attacks everywhere, so it's plausible for them to not do it at the end of the movie because dedicating the climax to them would be stupid. But like in the middle, be like, okay, these are the current Power Rangers. We're gonna have like a generation passing the ball talk. They're gonna fight some putties. They're gonna move on. We're gonna have the rest of our movie.
I'm fine without that. I wish that the runtime would have been more for Zord fights.
You see, that's the polar opposite of me. I don't want sword fights. I want character stuff. I want a sassy
Zord,
passing to the next
no.
generation shit with these
When I say Zord fights, what I mean is like I wish they would have spent like an extra like 3 minutes on that, like having the Triceratops actually do something by itself.
Well, the Triceratops and the Saber-tooth Tiger together.
Well, yeah. Instead of just skipping straight into the
Skipping
we're gonna
straight to Megazord, which is a really weird thing because it implies that it's always weird when they imply that it only takes like 1 or 2 Power Rangers to drive a Megazord because it's like, why wouldn't you always do it that way then?
Exactly.
Like if one person could control a Megazord, then why not have the other 4 just like shoot at the monster's balls with their laser pistols while one pilots the Megazord?
There are certain seasons that actively do explain why that is. I've got to mention Abba Ranger specifically.
Is it just like it's less powerful if not all the Power Rangers are operating it?
That's the Abba Ranger rule behind it. If all of them aren't there, then like the Megazord itself is a lot weaker and much easier to damage overall. Okay. Like even if it's just like red and blue, because red and blue in Abba Ranger do have their like special combination without yellow.
Yeah. Man, isn't it weird how scarce Yellow Rangers have been?
What do you mean?
There are like, I guess there are plenty of Yellow Rangers. I'm not saying there aren't, but there are a lot of seasons where there's no Yellow Ranger and it feels so glaring because why the fuck would there not be a Yellow Ranger?
I can think of
like Dino Charge has 10 Power Rangers and not one of those motherfuckers is yellow.
You want to know? You want to know why?
Why?
Because they feared that they were overusing the yellow color.
I think there are other seasons where this is also the case, and I'm trying to remember the examples because I know it's not just Dino Charge.
There's another Dino season Charge, like
Dino Fury, yes. That might be the only 2. It just feels weird because there was a yellow literally every season, and there are still like 3 colors that are in every season. So why suddenly are we like we're afraid of yellow?
No, there's only 2 in every season now.
What, red and blue?
No. Blue's not even in every season.
There's no season without a Blue Ranger. I don't believe you.
Jakku.
Jakku had a Buell had a Blue Ranger.
I thought it was red, green, pink, and yellow.
No.
Oh, never mind then.
It was red, green, pink, and blue, and then white. Big one.
Yeah, I know. Big one was white, and I was like, wait, there wasn't a blue there. Was there?
No, there was. But, there was yellow.
Ah.
See, another season without a yellow. What the hell,
another
Jack?
Season without a yellow, yeah. Jakku. We can't blame this one on Jack. Jack didn't do that one.
True. There was only one other season of precedent when GQ did that.
Yeah, and that was Go Ranger, which was arguably not Super Sentai at the time.
Well, that's not arguable anymore.
It's not arguable anymore, but Ninja Captor still isn't canon.
Ninja Captor isn't a Sentai.
It was counted as it once, apparently.
I don't believe you.
It's not me arguing that; it's someone else in
Well,
our
they're
server.
wrong.
On another note, Shinken Yellow's name was Hanori, and Shinken Pink was Mako. I'm never gonna remember this.
I don't know what to say about any of these characters. I just like I didn't get much.
There's nothing.
I kind of
That's the
disliked the
problem.
Shinkengers in this movie most of the time. Like they were kind of just dickheads
I
for
just
like
like
75% of the runtime. Like
yeah,
they came
like
around,
kind of
they
fucked
came
up
around and they
tracking.
were cool, but like for a lot of the movie, I was like, I don't like the Shinkengers.
Yeah, this is not a good movie to watch if you're looking for like, hey, are you trying to introduce your friend to Shinkenger? Don't watch this movie if you're doing that.
So
If you're trying to
weird
introduce
because Hurricaneger versus Aberanger is the opposite side of the spectrum where it's like that made me want to watch Aberanger.
yeah, and it's like such a better movie.
And it made you want to watch Hurricane. Did you watch more of that, by the way?
I am on like episode 4. I haven't had time to watch more than that, though.
You need to go through a hardcore binge, my friend. I need you to finish that.
I am
show.
trying to, but I have not had time between the fact that we had senior pictures Friday and we have been dealing with prepping for finals and shit.
Okay.
So it's kind of cram time.
I get you. You see, I literally never studied in school, even once ever, so I don't really know the study struggle. That's why I got
It's
horrible
not that I'm
grades and
struggling.
never
It's
go to
just that
college.
it's not necessarily that I'm struggling. It's that I'm trying to remember all of this extra shit that I do not know.
I'm not saying you're struggling. I'm saying that I was struggling my entire time in high school because I did not study even a little bit.
Oh, neither do I. I'm not even going to claim that I do. But I'm almost done
You're
with it.
saying that, but you're also saying that you're spending time studying. I'm being
I'm
100%
necessarily
unironic when I say 0 minutes of my life were spent studying.
What?
Yes.
That don't make no sense, man. Like
And
I'm not studying.
the reason why
I'm
I got
just
good
like
enough grades
photo
to like
mapping.
even the reason why I got good enough grades to skirt my way by, and that's like really skirted my way by, like I took a couple makeup classes along the way and stuff, and I did eventually graduate. But yeah, like 0 minutes of studying, basically. Maybe
Bro,
like,
you're
like if I had to guess, I'm sure there were times where I was like forced to study or like I had to study something briefly. But if I had to ballpark, like a lot of people study like an hour every night on school
no,
nights
I
and
don't
like,
do
stuff
that.
like that. I studied probably 2 hours of my life total.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyway, back to Super Sentai.
God, I don't want to talk about this shit, but I don't have anything to say. It's like they were Power
I have a
Rangers.
lot to say about the Gosagers. That's about it. I have a lot to say about the Gosagers.
Okay, they tread lightly against my babies.
The Gosagers are good. I'm not going to say
Good,
that they're not.
good.
But for fuck's sake, that was a stupid premise.
What do you mean?
Like the combination of powers was fucking stupid.
No, it tracks.
Yes,
Like these are two different, like vaguely magical forces that draw from the same element. So if you combine them together and you work together, then it will be more potent.
but here's a major question: why does Gosei? Is his name Gosei Knight?
Gosei
Gosei
Knight,
Silver?
yes.
Why does Gosei Knight have both light powers and water powers?
He
Fucking
doesn't.
dumb. He used the same card that fucking Gosei Blue used at least twice. I fucking saw that. And
Maybe he
then
can.
he also,
Maybe his bit is he can use any of them.
but then you also have him matching up with
I don't think I got
Genza
to
in that
Gosei
first
Knight. I think I was
appearance.
just about to get there.
Huh?
I don't think I ever got to Gosei Knight. I think I was like just before him.
Ah, I don't know. I don't remember Robo Knight doing that shit.
So I think the bit is he has like all the powers because he's like the
Maybe.
angel.
Maybe. But I thought that the Goseigers didn't have like light abilities or anything. I thought they just had
Well, he also has his own bit, right? Like the bit is he has the land, air, and sea that the Goseigers has plus light.
Also, question: why does the forest equate to the land, and why does the fire equate to the wind?
Because that's just the way that the Goseiger elements are split up is just like land, air, and sea. So land is like also the plants and shit.
Okay. So
And then like the
my
air is
main
fire.
question is why weren't the yellows put together and why weren't the green and black put together? That was my main
Because
question. Why did they like
the elemental shit just didn't work out.
that just felt weird. It's like they're backwards. Um another weird pet peeve that you're either really gonna say is dumb for me having a slight pet peeve of this about. Why didn't they use any of the other Shinkenger weapons?
Oh my god, Crow. They didn't have the whole movie to show off your dumb little show's fucking toys. They don't
Riely,
sell those toys anymore.
Riely, but they showed off the fucking Goseiger ones, and it's not like it had to be
They
like.
sell those toys currently.
But first off, they weren't selling these toys anymore anyway because they showed off fucking Gokaiger. They were selling Gokaiger toys.
No, because Gokaiger hadn't come out yet. That was just a
Gokaiger
preview.
was the
They were
next
like,
wave,
Gokaiger
and that
coming
they
soon.
were almost done selling Goseiger ones. But anyway, that's besides the point. They still showed off the Red Ranger's special weapon and the what's it called? I'm gonna call it the Bullzuka because I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called in Shinkenger. But you
I'm
know what
pretty
I'm
sure that
talking about.
might literally be what it is.
No, that's the samurai one.
Oh.
That's the samurai name. It's the Bullzuka.
Well, hey,
That's
some of the
dumb.
samurai names were the same, so I don't know.
No, they weren't.
Literally just one, actually.
Which one?
Well, not a person, a thing. The Sanzu River is still the Sanzu
Well,
River.
yeah, because that is a definitive Japanese yokai concept. That is like a major part of Japanese folklore. If they'd have cut that, then the entirety of the fucking Nylok wouldn't have made sense.
I mean, you could do whatever you want with the Nyla. If they really wanted to completely ignore like Shinkenger's like samurai themes, which they didn't because they like ignored all the Japanese stuff, but also it's like a one-to-one translation. So it's a weird dance they did. But if they committed more to just like ignoring the Japanese culture and being American, it would have
Which
been
would have bothered
it would have
everyone
been
so.
disrespectful and probably shitty, but like it also could have been like conceptually good. And like all they have to do is like what they did for like 8 seasons and just be like American Big Bad. He has monsters. Those monsters are the Nylok, but from Shinkenger. But in this, they're just Emperor back bars henchmen.
Well, they're not Nylok and Shinkenger. They're called Gedoshu, but yeah, I
Gedoshu.
get what you mean. I get what you mean. Like, yeah, they could have done that, but guess what they didn't do?
That
That
instead they kept the Sanzu River and
and made it kind of
the
dumb.
yokai stuff, and they also but they got rid of the. It's weird. It's weird what they did with Power Rangers
Samurai is
Samurai.
just bad. Samurai is just bad. I just
I don't
it's
hold what you hold against it so much against it though, like you do. I just think
yeah,
the
I
acting
hold
is
it against
bad, and
it.
that's a big problem.
I hold it against it for reasons unto myself and just about only to myself because I am the very much weebiest weeb of them all apparently.
You are a massive weeb. You are a giant fucking nerd. You are a fucking little Toku stan over there. You little geek.
It's not necessarily Toku that I am the fucking stand for. I'm the stand
And
for
like
Japanese history and
ninjas and
mythology
Japanese
specifically.
history and mythology, yes.
Because you can't get this kind of like
Motherfucker saw Naruto
cool
when he was 5, and now he's learning Japanese.
I did not watch Naruto. Even as a
What was
5-year-old, I would
your?
not
We
touch
all
Naruto with a
know.
10-foot pole.
We all know you had your first, like, was it Super Sentai or was it an anime? And what anime was it, if it was an anime, that started your Japan obsession?
Do you want to know what it was?
What was it?
The fact that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles existed.
No way.
Because of the fact that this, I can 100% tell you why I have a Japanese obsession. It's
You
Teenage
started
Mutant Ninja
studying, like,
Turtles
Japanese history
2012.
and shit, not even based on a Japanese show.
Exactly.
Based on
It's based
Teenage
on the
Mutant
most
Ninja Turtles, the
American
American
bullshit.
cartoon.
And it's not even like the most American one of them. It is the most Japanese of the American shows. That is fucking Teenage Mutant
It's
Ninja Turtles from
2012? I
2012.
would say that would be 2003 because that show looked like an anime more.
No, it was 2012 specifically because it went straight into as part of the show. When I caught on to it, it was going straight into Splinter's backstory, and you could see all of the like historical shit that I was vaguely aware of from Samurai.
Yeah.
And you could see like all of this history and all of the architecture in the background and shit, and it was just so fucking good. It wasn't a major mainstay or anything. It was there for like a couple of episodes, but that's just like what got the fucking clocks going in my brain. It
Yeah.
sounds so fucking dumb for making that connection as like a 7-year-old.
A little weird.
But after that, if you want to go into the next thing, it would have been Go Busters was the first Sentai that I saw in like 2014, 2015.
Was it just like you somehow through like an internet adventure found out that Power Rangers was sourced from a different Japanese show and you went and watched it?
No. I had seen a post on something saying that after Super Megaforce finishes airing, they are going to show this, or they're going to give us this season of Super Sentai.
Which
From
they
like
didn't.
which they didn't, and it pissed me off because it's like, where's my Super Spies?
Why would they skip Go? I get why they skipped Tokuger, as sad
I
as I
don't,
am. As sad as I am, I get they're like, okay, trains won't sell as like a cool thing. I
motherfucker. You want to know
understand.
why? You want to know why? You want to know why Tokuger would have sold 10 times better in America than it would have in Japan?
Why?
Thomas the fucking Tank Engine.
Oh my god, shut up. That's not even that popular. It's popular enough to
Dude,
have
name one child, period, who does not know who Thomas the fucking Tank Engine is.
any child I've met within the last 7 years.
You want me to call my little brother in here?
No, please don't
Because
actually.
this motherfucker is a Thomas the Tank Engine nerd beyond God knows what the fuck else. It is funny.
But I get it. Like I wish they did Tokuger, but I get it. I don't get
I
Go
don't,
Busters because
because
Spies that
they did
sells here. That
that
sells
sells.
for cool
That's
kids.
been selling since the 80s, man.
And it also
That,
makes
and
sense
I
why they
also,
would go back to it because they were like, that was stupid that we didn't do that one.
but it ended up being 10 times worse than if they'd have done it when they should have.
I refuse to judge Beast Morphers until I've seen it for myself.
I
And
fucking hate Beast Morphers
once I
so
finish
bad.
RPM, just like you said,
Yeah, go
it'll
in
be
and watch
time.
fucking. Once you finish RPM, go in and watch Go Busters. Go Busters is going to make you hate, or not Go Busters.
Beast Morphers.
RPM is going to make you hate Beast Morphers. Like, fucking Beast Morphers sucks.
Is it literally just because the RPM lore is because it sucks? Because like
That and Nate is that, well, poor acting on behalf of Ravi, Nate, Steele, and what's the Red Ranger's name? Devin. Yeah. But then you also have the shitty side characters that I don't think anyone actually liked. You have poorly written stories, specifically on the behalf of Nate and Steele.
Yeah.
You have the forcefulness of Robbie's relationship, which was stupid. You have the stupidity of Nate and Zoe's relationship. I have an entire rant I could go on why that one was stupid. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you want to go into it because there's technically spoilers, but
No.
yeah, it's fucking stupid. Devin shouldn't be a ranger. Period. Zero. He should not be a ranger. Devin's dad sucks and felt too much like they were trying to copy RPM without bringing in RPM itself.
They were just gonna go
And
hire fucking Eka Darville and Milo Cawthorn and the gang like fucking 12 years
no.
later.
It felt like they were trying to make a cheap copy of Scott and his dad. Not necessarily they were trying to bring back the actors without bringing back the actors, but it felt like they were trying to bring back Scott in the cheapest way possible.
Bro, I would
Without
pay.
actively,
I would pay for them to have just brought back the RPM cast for Go Busters.
I fucking would have too, because holy shit, that would have been
Unfortunately,
good.
there are only 5 Rangers, so 2 would have to get cut, and you can't do Gem and Gemma because there is a Gold and Silver Ranger. So you
No,
have to
they could have
cut
cut Jim
2
and Gemma.
non-Gem and Gemma Rangers.
No, they could have cut Jim and Gemma.
But that would make no sense because they're Gold and Silver. So like, why wouldn't it be Gem and Gemma?
Because bugs.
Well, yeah, but they're all, well, not all, but they're all like some weird animal that has nothing to do with their RPM animals. So it's not like that would be unprecedented. It would just be like, if you're gonna have a Gold and Silver Ranger, why wouldn't it be Gem and Gemma?
Well, the other thing is, it would have also made more sense for them to have taken, like, the Go Busters versus Go Busters movie and taken the Panther Ranger out of that and made that Dylan.
Well, they can't. You see, they can't just take a movie Ranger and make it a whole Ranger because that just requires more American footage. That's why Ryan just leaves for 18 episodes of Lightspeed Rescue.
Oh yeah, I
They're
know.
like, oh
I
shit,
know.
an original
I
Ranger
know.
costs too much money.
But you want to know what it would have helped do?
What?
Explain the fucking Lion Zord.
Oh my god. Oh, you have to explain everything. Just, I don't
The
care
Lion
about
Zord's
how things are
explanation in Beast
explained.
Morphers fucking sucked. Because it was just an excuse for them to bring in some motherfucker trying to set up Nate. As much as I wish she'd have succeeded, God, that character was a bitch.
I just want good kids to have fun and fight monsters and have
Beast
good
Morphers is
character
not
moments with
that.
each other.
Beast
And
Morphers is not that.
even if the plot sucks, even if they don't really, if they don't tell me where every Zord comes from, I'm like, I don't care. I just want
I
to
just
know if
want shit
Charlie
to
and
make sense.
the Charlie, who's that? I just want to know if Shelby and Tyler are gonna kiss this week. I don't care what new
No, they
Megazord
will not.
configuration they have. Tyler does
Like,
kiss her on the cheek once.
once.
Well, thanks for the spoiler. I was hoping it would happen
Dude,
again.
I did
Maybe.
not pay that much attention to Dino Charge. You really think I know how many times Tyler
Yeah,
kissed
maybe you
Shelby?
did. Maybe you don't have an encyclopedic knowledge on the kisses between Tyler and Shelby.
You really
But
think I know that? Dude, I'm still pulling the Kimberly feet count from our fucking
if
podcast.
you actually keep track of that, I will be upset with you. I don't want that to be our identity. It was a one-off joke. It's creepy. I don't want to keep
We're
a
still
Kimberly
only at
feet
2, by
count.
the way. We're still
What?
only at 2, by the way. Her feet did not appear in the last 2 episodes.
True. There were no additions to the Kimberly feet count in the previous 2 episodes of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Everybody go
That
listen
is going to be
to
our fucking
Megazord
identity.
Radio. No, we're not. No more feet count.
I'll stop.
Feet count banned.
When
But
Kimberly leaves, I'll stop.
no, we're not doing it. But
Sorry, I had to.
we do have to
But
talk a
like,
little bit about this movie. It's like, what even happened? What is their worth? I guess Alita
Daigo
and the
Yo,
way I'll fuck Daigo Yo.
fuck
I don't care
you. I
about
love
fucking
Daigo
Daigo
Yo.
Yo. I'm completely indifferent to Daigo Yo. My reaction to this information is completely neutral.
Like, I love Daigo Yo, but he is so bad. He is so like nothing in this movie.
He's nothing.
Genta is
Most of it is
nothing.
nothing. The only I think Genta was one of the good voices of reason for the Shinkengers, because like 4 of them sucked completely. Takaru was pretty much fine, except for like one interaction at the very beginning. And Genta was great for the little bit he got. Maybe it was because he got no focus that I liked him more, because the ones who got focused got bad focus.
Oh
And by
yeah,
not
that
focusing on
tracks.
Genta
But
as
Genta was
much,
just basically nothing in this episode or in this movie.
he gets kind of hyped about how cool like Alata is and how like his attitude about never giving up is a good thing. And I like that. That's the main like thread of the movie character wise that I enjoyed. That was like the one big thing is just like Alata and him inspiring the Shinkengers to share the same like carefree lackadaisical attitude that the Goseigers have, where they're just certain that they're gonna win because they're the forces of good and everything will work out. I do like that theming behind it.
Yeah, that track for the most part.
So that I
But
will praise it for. This is not a bad movie. I think when I say it sucks, I'm literally just talking about like in comparison to Abba Ranger versus Hurricaneger. Like this is an okay team up. Like if you told me to rank every team up I've seen, I've only seen a couple Super Sentais, but like if you told me to rank the Super Sentai and the Power Rangers one, this one would not bottom. It would be somewhere like it would be there'd probably be a couple below it. But it's just
now, if you
not
were to ask
anything
me,
special.
now if you were to ask me to rank these, this one would be very low on my list.
What team ups have
It
I
wouldn't
seen?
be bottom.
I'm gonna go through Power Rangers team ups in my head real quick. I don't think I've seen, or if I have, it's been too long. I have not seen the Zeo versus Alien Rangers one recent enough to remember anything about it.
I forgot that existed.
Then there's the next one is In Space versus Lost Galaxy, which has also been a long time, but I do remember those being the best episodes of Lost Galaxy by a country mile, and I do remember Kendrick's dying and Cassie and doing stuff and just like and the Psycho Rangers. Like those episodes are very good. Those probably rank pretty high. Then there's Lost Galaxy and Lightspeed Rescue, which is actually just an episode that's about Carter and a little girl. So it's actually amazing, but that has literally zero to do with the Lost Galaxy Power Rangers. So as a team up, it does not get a lot of points.
But it gets points to me.
It still probably ranks pretty high just because the story of Carter and the little girl was so good.
Yeah.
And then there's Lightspeed Rescue and Time Force, which is probably the worst team up because it's nothing. Then there's it was like the worst episode of Time Force. They didn't give the Lightspeed Rangers next to anything. Like there were a couple cool things, but like overall, they were kind of just there. And it went by very fast. It should have been a 2-parter, and it wasn't. It just was not good. Overall,
it was still worth it, in my opinion, because we got.
It was worth it to like see them again, but I still think it was like one of the worst episodes of Time Force.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then there's
that doesn't make it the worst.
I haven't seen Reinforcements from the Future, but I have faith it's going to be great because Time Force Power Rangers are in it, and those are great ones. So it's probably going to be pretty good.
So a little bit on you said Sins from the Future.
I said
or what was it?
Reinforcements from the Future.
Reinforcements from the Future. I forget the episode titles, but Reinforcements from the Future is more of a Time Force episode featuring the
Wild Force Rangers.
It is the Time Force Rangers featuring the Wild Force. That
good.
Is all I remember from it is the Time Force bits.
And there's Thunderstorm, which is very good. Thunderstorm made me want to watch Ninja Storm. It did very good. Same thing with the SPD crossovers were weird, right? Because there were 2 of them, which is also weird. And it's like they almost feel like incomplete episodes, but then both of them, if you watch them together, there's content equaling a full episode.
Yeah.
I think my favorite of them is History, like without a doubt. Like I think some of the stuff in Wormhole was kind of stupid. I think History just was executed better. It was a lot simpler, I think, which is just something I appreciate. Like Wormhole was definitely trying to be like the huge like super team up, and it didn't really feel special. Whereas History was like it kind of got to be more character focused, and it was like, okay, now Connor, Ethan, and Kira are in the future. They want to help, but the SPD Rangers are like, no, you can't help. Time, blah blah blah. and then they help anyway because they're Power Rangers, and it's cool, and it's a great way to reintroduce those characters. I think History was done very well. History might be one of my favorites. And Wormhole was just okay.
Once a Ranger was
Just okay.
a thing. It happened. It was
No,
an episode
actually,
of all
I like
time.
Once a Ranger a decent bit. It's not great, but I like it a decent bit.
It was an episode of all time.
I think it was there's like 900 episodes of Power Rangers, right? Once a Ranger probably is in the top 150 somewhere.
Once a Ranger is in the top 200, definitely. I will give you that. But there's...
And then what's the next team up after that? Is Clash of the Red Rangers?
Yeah, but... Okay. I want to talk about Clash of the Red Rangers real quick.
Yeah.
Clash of the Red Rangers
Sucks.
is not good.
Yeah.
By any... But holy fucking shit. As a 5-year-old watching Power Rangers for the first time, you gotta admit, that is probably some of the coolest fucking shit you would have ever seen at that point.
I guess it's just like, whoa, there's a new Red Ranger and like robots and shit. Like that's
Exactly. And that's also what got me into RPM.
RPM is like an exemplary season of Power Rangers. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say it's better than Time Force, but it's starting to feel that way. So I think it might hit top 3.
I'm not trying to be rude to you, but it definitely is.
Time Force just felt very genuine in a way that I think Power Rangers kind of lost touch with.
Yeah.
In a lot of its seasons. It's just very good. Time Force is very high quality product, and it's hard for me to put stuff over it besides Mighty Morphin and Dino Thunder, which are pretty much gonna stay stagnant. Maybe if RPM, like, if it has a really good ending, and it like
have you
makes
seen
the
Jim and
show
Gemma
better.
yet?
Yes, and I was ready to have a conversation with you like yesterday before I watched like maybe 3 or 4 more episodes, where I was like, "Pro, I don't think I like Gem and Gemma." Because like their first couple episodes, they're kind of annoying, but then they got really good.
Fuck you. You're wrong. Jim and Gemma are the best. Fucking love those two.
They're still not the best Rangers in RPM by any stretch.
Oh, they're not
fact,
the best
they're
Rangers.
Probably the worst.
They are probably like
me,
my favorite 6th
but
Rangers.
I like all of them.
They are probably my favorite 6th Rangers out of like the latter half of the Disney era.
It's really hard for me to rank RPM.
Like, okay, we all know my opinions on Taizon. I don't fucking like Taizon. Jungle Fury doesn't technically have a 6th Ranger, despite how I would classify them. Daggeron is fucking great.
I would classify extra Rangers, because then like Dino Thunder doesn't have one either, but the White Ranger is definitely a 6th Ranger, by the way we define 6 Rangers.
Well, yeah. But Jim and Gemma, out of all of the Disney era 6th, which is, I think, from Wild Force to RPM.
I definitely prefer Trent. I probably prefer Cam. I don't prefer Sam or Doggy. So it's got that going for it.
So here's the thing. I've heard 2 different points of contention on when the Disney era starts and started.
It was in the middle of Wild Force, but it was not officially a Disney production until Ninja
Storm.
Yeah,
okay. So it would be from Ninja Storm to RPM.
Yes.
Out of all of those 6th Rangers, Jim and Gemma specifically are better than Cam, in my opinion.
I don't think they're better than Cam or Trent or... That's it. Cam and Trent are better.
Trent is better, yeah. I will give that. Daggeron is definitely better.
I don't have an opinion on Daggeron because I haven't seen Mystic Force.
Yeah, I know, but
out of the ones I've
really
seen,
like Daggeron.
I think Trent and Cam are better than Gem and Gemma.
Jim and Gemma kind of get off with like bonus points to me because I'm very much on board with their pyromaniac bullshit.
I'm kind of not. Like, I get enjoying the explosions, but like, I think this issue is solved now, so I'm gonna grow to like them more. But them just like going off on their own and not giving a shit what like anybody else said.
I fucking love that. Like, no offense.
I was just like, oh my god, Gem and Gemma, like calm down for 5 seconds, you fucking idiots. Like, please.
Yeah, I love the fucking idiots, and they're fucking great. They're fucking great. But they're definitely better than Taizon. They're definitely better than Sam.
Oh, for sure. Sam should
That
die.
no, Tinkerbell should just shut up and go sit in a corner somewhere.
Go
Um,
home, Sam.
go home, Tinkerbell. They're not really better than Doggy, in my opinion. But that's just because I really like Doggy as a character.
I don't like Doggy as much.
You don't like Doggy as much as I do, but I really like them. Trent is better. I will agree on. Cam is kind of who they're battling. You know how you say when you watch a new season, that season has a season that they're battling for like what spot they're going to go in?
Yes.
That's how I am with Sixth Ranger. Um,
So I just
if
want to
they're
make sure
really
we're on the
good,
same page. I know Daggeron's your favorite Disney era Sixth Ranger.
yeah, definitely.
But
Daggeron is my
second place is Trent, correct? You don't hold any of the other ones.
yeah. It's second is Trent. Like there's no one else who really competes with those two. But
I would probably argue that Trent is better than Daggeron, but from what I've heard about Daggeron, it's probably like they're close. Like I kind of shit on Daggeron sometimes just because you like him and it's funny, but I've heard Daggeron
it's
is
like
pretty
what we
cool.
do. It's like what we were doing with Jack the other day.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna shit on Makoto for being a pretty boy, but it's like, yeah, he's somewhat decent.
Trent just has the charisma. He has
yeah,
the
he
ring.
does. Makoto does not.
I just love the like shitty. I want to know if that exists on its own in like a clean upload, just like the shitty like distorted guitar that happens whenever Trent is like being evil.
You just want that to be
you know
your,
what
like,
you know what I'm
intro to
talking about? Like I want to play that like as I want to walk up to somebody and like talk shit about them and play the White Ranger distorted guitar riff while I do.
I would do that in front of Jack just to piss him off.
I'm gonna go visit Jack in Brazil, and I'm gonna walk into his house, and I'm gonna like start being rude to him, and I'm gonna play on like a Bluetooth speaker the White Ranger guitar riff while I'm being mean to him.
Exactly. But no, that or the Thunder Rangers like theme, because you know they have a theme while they're evil that's separate from their main theme.
That one was not as memorable to me as the Trent one.
That one was as memorable to me as I remember.
I like the Go Rider theme from Hurricaneger. That shit goes hard. I don't know if
oh,
they've
by
hit
the
it
way,
yet.
speaking of the Go Riders, you bitch.
Are they in it yet? Have they done shit? I know they're in
were
episode
in the
one
first
in
fucking
suit.
episode.
They're in episode 1 in suit for like 5 seconds, but like have they done anything yet?
No, not that I remember, but it has been a few days since I watched. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're around, and then they're going to become
Why?
involved in the story.
No, they are too early. They shouldn't be there until like episode 6.
Well, they start the storyline early. They tease it. It's like these characters are around. Like the Go Riders are not babies that were just born and now they're here. They're both in their 20s. So like they're around and they're observing the current situation and they're like, we will soon get involved in this situation, which leads to them getting involved in the situation. I like that they set it up.
I like that they set it up too, but it's like, could you not have waited a couple of episodes to set it up? It's like,
well, no, because by episode 6, I think they're actively fighting the Go Riders.
Well, yeah, but like what I mean is, like you don't have to just have them show up and fight immediately. Like, don't show them in episode 1, but don't show them like right before they show up. That makes sense.
I'm glad because it meant that Iko and Ishii were heroes by like episode 13, and I wanted them to be heroes for as long as possible. So
yeah, that tracks. I get that sentiment, but what I'm meaning is like, okay, rather than starting them in episode 1 with that quick cameo, have them appear like episode 3 for the first time, and then by the time of like episode 6, we get the actual first fight and shit, and then we move forward from that. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So it like builds a little bit better, and we have time to get more into the Hurricanegers than just
the Thunder Ranger stuff. Like it was good, but it was also just like laughable because I was like, "Ha! I've seen the edgy version of this." Like it's just like all the weight is taken away. Like without getting into very specific spoilers. Like the scene where Hunter gets all the gack on his face and he starts trying to attack Blake. That scene is much heavier and much better in Hurricaneger, and it's really weird for it to just be like this goofy, like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you, Blake, because I have evil gack on my face."
I thought it was just mud.
No, it's evil gack. In both versions, it's evil gack of some sort.
Ah,
Remember Gack Kids, Nickelodeon Gack?
god damn it, Riely. No,
Did you ever have Gack, Crow?
no, I don't want Gak
Damn, why not?
because it's weird.
It's Nickelodeon Gack. It's all slime, and you get it, and it's green.
You're weird.
Anyway, so they all turned like weird Super Samurai mode / Goseiger at the same time.
Yeah, it
And it
was
was pretty
weird.
cool. I liked that transformation. I liked the fight scenes. Like, it was pretty good.
Those, is it just
I think
me,
the
or did
sword
those
fight,
cards
like, it
come
was
out
a
of
very
nowhere?
short. It was a very short exchange before it moved on to like the rest of the team doing other shit. But the sword fight, the one-on-one sword fight between Alita and Evil Takaru, that was really good.
That was really good, but weird.
Also, what a premise that they're like Takaru's evil now. They all have to fight Takaru.
Sorry about that. What?
Like, why? What? Who came up with the premise of like, instead of Takaru being a good boy and like getting to know the Gosagers for the whole movie, we're gonna make him basically the primary antagonist for most of the film? Who decided on that? Was it because the actor wasn't as readily available? Because he was in suit and not talking the entire time he was evil.
No,
Besides
no, no,
calling
no.
out
No,
he
no,
called
no,
out his
no, no.
attack names, but that could be stock footage.
No, he was there out of suit while evil once.
I'm not saying he wasn't in it out of suit at all. I'm saying he was
No,
in it
no,
out
no.
of
I mean,
suit.
while he was evil, because right before they show that he has turned evil, he's there out of suit. Remember?
Yeah, but you get what I mean. It's like
Yeah, I know. I was just saying.
he was out of suit a lot less than the rest of the cast, and it makes me wonder if this was a writing decision to minimize the need for Takaru's actor to be present.
Yeah. Another thing. Why the fuck is Dayu Takeru's mom?
Is that a new revelation? Oh, I guess because you haven't finished Shinkenger, it's a new
I didn't
revelation.
finish Shinkenger because I got distracted with like my actual favorite Sentai by accident while I was trying to finish Shinkenger, and I did a U, but like, what the fuck?
Yep, plot twist, baby.
Why did she look like Kaoru?
Plot twist, baby.
Kaoru is not Dayu. That's not how that works.
Well, she looked like Kaoru because she's Takaru's mom, so she's also Kaoru's mom.
But it was the same fucking actor as Kaoru.
Yeah.
When I had seen like clips of this movie, because I also never watched this movie before,
You know how
I'd
daughters
always
look
just
like their
assumed
moms?
that it was just Kaoru helping Alita.
Nope.
That would have made so much more sense because she's not
Takaru's
dead.
mom.
She appears in Gokaiger. Kaoru is very much alive. She appears in Gokaiger. What?
Jason really wants $250. He's bothering me in the issue group chat.
Oh god, did he ping? Somebody pinged me too. Oh,
Did he ping us in the server too? No, he did not. It was just
no, that
the
was something else. That was a different ping. But like this just felt like a really weird episode of Goseiger.
Yeah, it's like if this was a one-part Power Rangers team up, it would be fine. But like, it's an entire hour-long movie, and it still just feels like nothing.
Empty. It like
I think all of the good bits of this episode could have been done. Like maybe it needs a two-parter. It did not need to be an hour. Like Hurricaneger versus Ava Ranger was like 50 minutes. I think Hurricaneger versus Gal Ranger was like 40, and that's about how much material this movie had, stretched out into an hour.
Oh, dude. Okay. The best bit of this movie was probably them collecting the Shinkengers.
They do
like,
literally put the Pink Ranger in a cart and carry her.
Yeah, no, the pink and Gosei Yellow.
No, both pinks.
Wait, what?
That was not yellow. That was both pinks.
I thought that was...
Nope.
I don't know the Goseigers.
That was Eri. That was the pink Goseiger
I thought
Eri.
Eri was yellow.
No, Monet is yellow.
I was legit very confused because I thought my brain had just been thinking, oh, so Eri is the yellow one and Monet is the pink one for some reason.
I know Eri's pink, Monet's yellow, Alata is red, and I don't remember Blue or Black's names.
I don't remember either. I know Eri. Eri is the most adorable motherfucker in this goddamn show.
Oh yeah, Eri's great.
I love Eri. If you had to, I'm gonna wait because that's for the end of the show. But
That was like my first Sentai crush ever was like Monet and Eri, both of them.
God damn. Mine was probably.
Because I
This
was
is gonna
not that
sound bad because
into the
you
couple I
refused
had
to watch
seen.
this show. You refused to watch this show. Mine was probably
Is it the furry bitch from Zyuohger? What?
no, mine was probably Amu. Her actress was fucking hot. Okay, so I've told you about how the Zyuohgers do also have human forms, right?
Yeah, I got you. Human form.
It's the human forms of Amu and Sela. They're fucking hot.
They feel like human pussies. I promise. They don't feel like animal pussies. You can't prove it. You can't prove that they feel like animal pussies. Don't even try. Don't even take me to court about it because I will defeat you.
But like, I'm serious. Amu's fucking great. As for, as for the characters of this movie, I don't have anything I can really say.
Alata's very good. Takeru's pretty good.
Takeru.
The Goseigers in general, I think, performed just like generally good. Like they weren't bad; they were just good. They weren't.
I remember what I wanted to say about Ryunosuke.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ryunosuke.
Sure.
God, that was a bad intro for you. I know it was them riffing on how you started in Shinkenger, but for fuck's sake, you were not that big a simp.
He was a real big simp when they introduced him into the show.
God, okay, I say this about Kevin more than I do Ryunosuke, but for fuck's sake, stop simping. Like, we do not need simp rangers.
I don't know. It was weird. I hope we don't find these bad ones because I'm sure there are more that are exactly this. Just like the Rangers are in it, but they don't really do anything. There's no interesting character shit, and like maybe the fights are cool, but like it's whatever.
You want to know what movie that is?
What?
Lupin Ranger versus Ryu Soldier.
Are the Pat Rangers even involved, or is it just Lupin Ranger?
The Pat Rangers are there. I don't remember what they did.
That's fair.
But they're there. In like the final fight.
Who's the previous for Zyuohger? Who did they team up with?
Ninja.
Okay.
Which was actually a pretty fucking cool movie.
I don't know enough about any of them. Like, I feel like I wouldn't remember anything that happened in the movie because I don't know the characters. So
I would remember the Zyuohger bits.
That's what, you would have a strong memory of the Zyuohger bits. I wouldn't remember either. That's the dance we've done so far. Is we pick like a Sentai you've seen and I haven't, or I've seen and you haven't. Which I don't think exists
I don't remember
anymore,
what any of the
I think all the other Sentai's I've seen enough of are too old to have movies because they're Jew Ranger and Dai Ranger, and that's it.
No, Dai Ranger did have a movie, and so did Jew Ranger.
No. I meant like crossover movies though, because those are the cool ones.
Yeah, there was a decent amount of like pre-Jew Ranger movies that had crossovers and stuff.
Not Jew Ranger.
I don't remember if Jew Ranger had one specifically.
And not Dai Ranger either. There was no Dai Ranger versus
I thought Dai Ranger had
one
with Kaku Ranger.
I don't think they did.
I thought Dai Ranger. Oh no, never mind. That was just a. What is this a clip from?
What?
Oh no, that was a Kaku Ranger movie that had like all of the Super Sentais in it. Never mind. Or was that a Kaku Ranger movie? What? What is this a clip from?
It's from your mom. She made it for you.
No, it's something from Kaku Ranger. I think it's from Kaku Ranger. I hope it's from Kaku Ranger. Oh, okay. Have you seen O Ranger?
No.
Okay. Damn it.
Do the Dai Rangers come back in like Kaku Ranger versus O Ranger?
No, Kaku Ranger versus O Ranger is its own thing, but There was another Kaku Ranger movie that the Die Rangers do come back in, apparently. It's called Toei Hero Daishugo. And that's what I was looking at images of. And then there's Kaku Ranger and a Hurricaneger bit, apparently, with Sasuke and Hurricane Red from 2005.
That's
I
fun.
want to watch that with you. I kind of want to watch that with you because that looks fucking sick.
Is that a movie or is it short?
I'm not sure. It says Shinobi 7 Spring Ninja Festival. Oh, is this just episode 7 of... What? No, that's the wrong thing. That was a different thing, apparently. I'm not sure when this is. Honestly, I want to watch this.
Maybe we'll look into it.
I'll look into it later because I want to watch that.
So we're not going to decide what our next movie is going to be tonight, but there will be another one probably soon.
Yeah, there probably will.
I mean, I don't really have much else to say. I think we could do wrap-up questions and then be out of here. We're over an hour at this point. So
yeah.
Favorite character for me, Alata 100%. Like the character material of this movie, like the heart and soul of this movie, is the lesson that Alata teach the Shinkengers. Like that's
entirely.
That's the most like substance this film has. So I think Alata knocks it out of the park as best character. What about you?
See, Alata is a very close second.
Mm-hmm.
But for fuck's sake, the world is going to know me as a simp either way. It's Eri. For that one bit. For fuck's sake, that was adorable.
That's fair.
It's just that one bit. And then you've got Gosei Black, whose name I don't remember, so I can't give it to him, doing the strongman bit. And it's fucking good. God. Okay, you were trying to sell me on Goseigers. I was already kind of sold on Goseiger, but like that makes me sold on Goseiger more.
Eri and Monet are both adorable.
Yeah, I can tell. Like, specifically about Eri. God. Eri's so good.
Man. The thing is, you haven't seen this movie. Did not highlight Monet enough, but Monet is great. She's like the angry one, and obviously, that's the thing that does it for me. And she's great.
That's the thing that does it for you.
There's an episode of Goseiger where Goseiger is one of the Sentai seasons where they do expressly establish that there's no leader. Like, even though it seems like Alata's the leader in this film, I thought
the Black Ranger was the leader for a little bit.
No, the Goseiger officially have no leader, and they had a whole episode where they're like, "Who should the leader be?" And we're kind of like wondering that. And at the end, they're like, "We can all be different types of leaders. Like this guy is this kind of leader." And then somebody calls Monet the pushy leader, and she gets really mad about it. It's funny.
I'm not even kidding. For a little bit of the movie, I legitimately thought that the Black Ranger was supposed to be the leader and was really confused.
Well, maybe he was the leader today because they're each a different type of leader. So maybe he was using his type of leadership that I don't remember which one he was assigned.
I don't know.
I just know that Monet was the pushy leader. I don't remember what they said about anybody else.
Alata is the child-saving leader.
Yep.
Just
Alata is the sweet baby boy leader.
Yeah. I have seen like the first episode of Goseiger and I fucking love it. But like Gokaiger's better. If the Gokaigers had actually been on screen more, I legitimately probably would have given best character this episode or of this like bit probably to fucking Luca.
No, I don't think that's fair. I think,
but that's just because I'm a fucking Luca simp. But given the fact that she was not there for more than that singular fight, I can't physically give it to her.
Yeah, I think Eri is a better answer in that regard.
Eri is a way better.
Hey, answer. I'll give the Gokaiger some love right now because my favorite scene is the Gokaiger scene. Like 1000% the most I got out of this film, besides like the little moral with Alata, but that wasn't a lot. The most I get out of this film is just how fucking rad the Gokaiger scene was. That was so cool, just having them come in and kill
Yeah.
shit. Like, that's my
Speaking of,
favorite
I can
scene.
give
That
you
was
the
the highlight.
context of why they were there.
Sure.
So the Gokaigers were there because they'd gone back in time in order to try and get the Shinkenger keys again, if I remember right. And uh no, it was some no, it wasn't trying to get the Shinkenger keys. It was something they went back in time to do. I forgot exactly what, but while they were there, they went and like finished off something that the Shinkengers just forgot to do. And that was handling Sentai's version of Octoru, and it was fucking hilarious. We
Yeah,
get
he
the
was pretty
same
good.
scene. We get this scene in like Gokaiger something. It's before Guy shows up, if I remember right. I remember seeing the scene from a different angle, and that's like
Pre-Silver Times.
pre-Silver Times. Yeah, it was a fucking good episode. I do remember that. But
Could be.
yeah.
But yeah, what about you? My favorite scene is the Gokaiger scene. What is yours?
My favorite scene was Gosei Black picking up Eri and Shinken Pink.
That was pretty cool. Him just lifting up the
That
cart and
was
just like,
like
ah!
I
Like,
was
that was
already in love
fucking
with Eri for
awesome.
that, but then Shinken Black does that, and I'm like, he's strong.
I do love Eri for that too, when she's like, "Let me get in here," and Chicken Pig is like, "Oh, it's too cramped. What are you doing?" And it's like, and then Ghostly Black's like, "I'm gonna lift this up really and go run real fast." Ah, it was pretty good.
It's like you gotta admit that episode or that bit slapped.
See, that's the thing is like all this good material is like this is shenanigans that could happen in an episode of Goseiger without it being the Shinkengers. Like it could just be
Exactly.
like
Man.
the Goseigers need to collect a couple of people for a reason, and they do it
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah, and I would also like to talk about how Eri and Gosei Black both dressed up as Takeru's servants, and Eri's excitement while she was still dressed up legitimately at first had me thinking they had somehow or talked like not Gosei Shinken Yellow into doing that, and that was Shinken Yellow underneath the mask for a minute.
It's really funny.
So yeah, I'm an idiot, but it would have been cool if that had been the case.
Rating out of 10, I'm gonna give it a passing grade, but the lowest passing grade possible. It's getting a 6 out of 10. It's getting a D.
That's your lowest
It's
passing grade? What?
well, yeah, in terms of like a school grading system, like a 60% is a D, and that's the lowest passing grade.
60% where I'm from is an F, dude.
What?
Yeah.
How
Lowest
the fuck does your
passing
grading
grade
scale work?
it goes 90 to 99 is 100 or is a A.
Yep.
80 to 89 is a B. 70 to 79 is a C.
And then 60 to
And then
69 is a D.
no, 65 to 69 is a D.
What the fuck? Why?
Yeah, it's weird. Like they just skip over a lot of shit, and yeah, it's weird.
For me,
But
it's exactly an even split with the 10s. It's just like a
yeah, it
D is
makes sense.
60%, and then it's like
Yeah,
C
that makes
70 to
sense.
D
Our fucking
80.
grading
Yeah.
system is weird. But
But yeah, 6 out of 10. It's all right, but it's nothing special at all.
for the fact of they didn't give my boy enough time, talking about Genta, they did not give my boy enough time.
But the little time he did get was great.
The
I would
little time
say
that he
he's
did get was really good.
definitely.
I will agree.
He was probably one of my favorite Shinkenders of the bunch, if not my favorite.
He was my favorite Shinkenger of this episode, but it's nowhere near the spotlight that he should have gotten as, you know, the shining Gold Ranger that he is.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it as my favorite Shinkenger, for fuck's sake, I wish he'd got more. The love of Eri is kind of slipping this towards a slightly higher grade, though.
Okay.
But
So what is your
out
final
of this,
number?
for them kind of shafting the Shinkengers, it's like a 50 even.
So 5 out of 10.
Yeah, like 5 out of 10 even. Like,
Okay.
it's not good, they should have given us more Shinkenger, but
For me,
Eri
it's
kind of
basically like
saves
completely
it.
middling. So like 5 out of 10 would be perfect. But I do grant like one additional point for like charm bonus. Like, and basically that's entirely thanks to Alata and Eri. So
Yeah, that tracks. Like, I get the charm behind Alata. I do. It didn't hit me as hard as it probably hit you with how much you like Goseiger compared to how much I do. I should.
you see,
We should probably finish Goseiger.
it's been literally 6 years. I should restart it, right? Because I think I do have the means to find where I was. So should I do
No,
that
you
or should I
just
restart
restart
it?
it because,
Okay.
dude, the first episode of Goseiger fucking slaps.
Because I'm pretty sure like at least like the either I have 2 episodes of Ghost Sager downloaded to my PS3. I'm pretty sure, and those are either the last one I watched and the one that I'm on, or the next two. Like
Yeah.
either I watched one of them and didn't watch the other, or I didn't watch either. So I know vaguely where I was.
Yeah.
That was cool. How on your PS3. Fun fact, folks, if you just go to like, I think I went to Kiss Asian. I don't know if that works as well anymore. But like, if you go to a website where you can download videos, it just lets you download them. Like most game consoles will be like, you can't do that on a game console, you fool. But a PS3, you can just download them and then you'll have them.
Yeah.
So I just like I would go on because it was hard. You couldn't stream on the PS3 good on the web browser, but you could download. So I would just go to Kiss Asian, download 3 episodes of Ghost Sager, watch them, repeat the process.
I would have downloaded the entirety of Goseiger probably.
I don't know if I had the hard drive space for that, and I also didn't want to like waste a whole day. So it made sense for me to like watch 3, download 3, watch 3, download 3. Like it split.
Yeah,
well.
that's fair. I will also give another slight bonus to Goseiger because I really like Alita saving the Shinkengers. That was a very good scene. But then it kind of got overshadowed by Genta and Gosei Knight doing their thing.
Yeah.
Which I don't exactly hate, but I'm like, bro, that was the worst way to introduce these two characters.
But all right, folks, I think we're about at the end here. Tune in next week. So basically, to let you in on this, again, this is me being a madman, but I want to try to keep this show weekly, even though I no longer have an active co-host. So to start that, I'm building sort of a small backlog where we're recording this today and it's going to come out tomorrow. I'm going to edit it tonight. It's going to go out at midnight, which is literally 3 hours from now. Then next Sunday, I'm going to record an episode tomorrow that's not going to come out until next Sunday. And I'm going to try to keep the show weekly to Sunday, and that'll give me like some area to play with to make other episodes happen. So we're going to have this episode, and then next week we are going to do Kubo and the Two Strings eventually, yes. So there's this episode, and we're going to try to do more Sentai movies with Crow is going to be a regular thing, and we're also going to do Kubo and the Two Strings.
And like stop
and
motion.
At some point
more people into stop motion.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I mostly want to review Sentai stuff with you, but like maybe
occasionally. I agree, but like I do really want to do Kubo and the Two Strings with you because
Kubo and the Two Strings in particular. But you were talking about like a deeper dive into stop motion. I don't know if I want to go quite that far.
Oh no, I would have to talk.
I will do Kubo and the Two Strings. I would have to
like talk to somebody else to get that started somehow because I would deadass start a stop motion podcast if I could.
I would totally support you and probably guest on a couple episodes.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for that. I will, if I go through with that, that will be on my Twitter.
Next week, tune in for a special episode that will actually contain other Issue Crew co-hosts, where me, Demigloom, Mo Diggity, and a special guest are going to review Waiting, which is a movie about, kind of, not literally about Ryan Reynolds working at an Applebee's, but it might as well be.
I still wish you would let me on that with y'all.
No, we already have too many people. If it was just going to be me and Demi like we initially planned, maybe. But now Mo and a special guest
y'all are doing one of like the best movies ever.
Have you seen Waiting before?
I've seen it before. Yeah, I love it. Okay,
well, I'm interested
to rewatch it.
I'm interested in it. You should rewatch it anyway, and I'll definitely talk to you about it later. But
I love it.
Yeah, Waiting. I'm interested to see how Waiting goes. So we're recording that. We're recording that the day this comes up, but it's not going to come out until the next Sunday because I want to make this show happen every Sunday is the goal. So
yeah,
today you get this, next Sunday you'll get Waiting, and then from there I'm going to try to make more episodes happen so it continues to be weekly.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening.
Megazord Radio goes up tonight.
Yes, it does. Well, it goes out at midnight the day of
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, but
Yeah, go check out Megazord Radio. I'm gonna link with Megazord Radio every time you're on one of these. And
I'm gonna be on these a lot.
literally every week, me and Crow review 2 episodes of Power Rangers. Basically, like there's some exceptions, but mostly, literally every week, review 2 episodes of Power Rangers. So
Yeah,
check it out. And every week we do something. That's what I'm saying. Like like sometimes it's less or more than 2 episodes. Sometimes we're just like recapping a season and doing ranking stuff. But basically,
yeah,
the overall premise is 2 episodes of Power Rangers per week.
yeah, entirely.
So check that shit out. Crow, where can our listeners find you?
Twitter at Pro Royalty.
All right. And you can find me on Twitter at Riely Tweets. On that Twitter is a pinned tweet which contains my link tree, which is linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. It's where you can find all of my links to all of my shit that I do. It's pretty cool. And yeah, thank you for listening to Issue Crew Movie Reviews. I've been Riely.
I've been Crow.
You've been who?
Crow.
It sounded like you said grub.
No, I have been Crow.
I've been grub, everybody.
I've been Grub.
And we'll
I
see
have
you
been
next
Emperor
time.
Grum.
I said grub with a B, not grum, but I guess that works too. All right, see you
I'm
next
just
time.
Emperor Grum now. God damn it, that's the new bit.
The worst Power Rangers bit, not the worst one.
Fuck you.
But anyway,
The
bye.
best. I love the Space Mafia.
You're wrong.
The Space Mafia. The